Hey there guys, and welcome back to the Two Players Podcast, episode 66. We took a long break, so we got a lot of stuff to cover here. Some old news, some new news. So first up, there was a new Venom trailer released a while back. It is the second official trailer. But yeah, they took some lines from the comics. It was interesting. I'll put it at that. I'm still waiting for the movie to come out at this point.
So wait, was that line he said at the end from the comic where he said a turd or whatever?
Yeah.
That was from the comic? Look, I'm not, just because it's from the comic doesn't mean it's good, because that was pretty bad. I can't say it was the writing is bad because that was from the comic, but it's still not like that. That's a stupid line. it just sounds, I don't know, the whole movie just feels very off. Like the acting still doesn't really feel that great. I think Venom looks cool, but besides that, everything else feels super bad. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of too cheesy.
Yeah, yeah. It feels a lot like a really early 2000s superhero movie. I feel like we got spoiled from Marvel and stuff, where we just expect basically high quality superhero movies. This feels very early 2000s. Hey, we got Venom, so we gotta make a movie. I don't know. It doesn't feel that good.
I'm just interested to go and see exactly what the entire story is, because I've been reading the newest Venom comic, and I think that is actually a really good way to take the Venom character. But obviously, with this movie, they're doing it a much more mainstream way,
Yeah.
So, but I'm just waiting to see when the movie comes out and how it is, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I guess we just gotta wait and see at this point. Alright, so this is the thing that really got people mad. The physical edition of Spyro required download for the second and third game, and it got delayed to November. So, yeah, a lot of people were not happy about the downloading of the second and third game, because a lot of games seem to do that now for collections, like the Mega Man Legacy Collection. Yeah, I think the regular one and the Mega Man X Collection require you to download at least one of them. Bayonetta require you to download a Bayonetta 1 if you bought it for the Switch. And now this one's requiring you to download the second and third game. So, yeah, people are not happy about that.
My take on this is I'm also not happy about this, just because we had the Crash collection and that didn't require a download. So why all of a sudden we got to download the second and third? And on top of that, it's 2/3 of the collection that needs to be downloaded.
Yeah.
So once the internet or the internet servers for the Xbox One and PS4 become obsolete, how the hell are you supposed to play these two games?
Yeah, it's really dumb. And you could say that Spyro is just a bigger game than Crash, but it's still a PS1 game. I know it's 3 of them, but I'm pretty sure they could hold 3 on a disc. You know what I mean? I think this was just lazy, and it was probably a little rushed out just so it could get out, but now it got delayed. So I don't know if this delay means they're gonna revert that, or at least make it so you only have to download one. But yeah, as of right now, it's pretty dumb, and I don't really like that either.
Yeah, because the first thing I thought was, I was how big is Spyro 1? What the hell are they doing?
At that point, it just has to be textures and stuff. It's probably not the actual game size. It's probably just all the nice looking textures and audio files or whatever. But I'm pretty sure, because the games reuse a lot of assets, so I'm sure they could have just have it one disc and not use that much memory, but whatever. Yeah, so that's done. And I know a lot of people don't have good internet. That's the whole reason to get physical. So just buying that physical game, and you can only play one game in it without without having to have a good internet connection to download the rest. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah, and then the delay to November. I think that this is a good move by them.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking at the games that were coming out for the rest of this year, that I had games that I'm gonna buy, there were a lot of games being released in September and even October. And November wasn't actually all that much in November. So I think that this was a good move by them to do that. And on top of that, hopefully they'll do something about this, download the other two games sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was smart, because I think Spyro would have gotten eaten by Spider-Man anyway on September. So
100%.
Yeah, and October is going to be Red Dead, so November seems like a good spot for it.
Yep. All right. So I think that this one made a lot of news headlines. So IGN pulled a review because of plagiarism allegations from a writer, and it became obviously true that happened because that guy got fired.
Yeah.
So IGN actually acted really quickly on this. So like they took the article down, and then they instantly did a investigation, and they found that this was plagiarism outright. So they fired the guy and did everything that they could. So, and personally, as a person that wants to get into games journalism, and as a person who went to college, I'm not going to be going back in the fall, but I know that plagiarism, and you do too, Damian, plagiarism is a big no-no. So
I'm like, it's like the number, even if you're not a journalist, it's like the number one thing you should never do ever. It's like I don't understand, like, does this guy not went to like any school, like even high school? It's like, you're not supposed to do that. That's like the biggest no-no you could do for like anything.
Yep.
And like he could never get a job in like journalism or anything ever again, because like plagiarism is a big thing.
Because he pretty much ruined his name at this point. So I have no idea what he's going to do now. If he somehow gets a job in journalism, I would be extremely surprised. But yeah, and then like he made a video like trying to explain himself. He's like, try to go and find everything else. And people actually did. Like he actually tested the internet and was like, hey, try to go and find anything else that I plagiarized. This was a one-time thing. And it turns out that there were strong similarities between other things that he's done. Mm-hmm. So I think that IGN pretty much took down everything that he's written for the site. So
this guy did not, and apparently in his apology video it was very half-hearted. Like he didn't really care that much. I didn't get to watch it because he deleted it, before I could watch it.
Same.
But apparently it was like a very bad apology. So and I know some people saying, oh, we shouldn't be happy that this dude got fired because he has like a family or whatever. I'm like, all right, well, he shouldn't have plagiarized. I'm like,
like he should have thought his actions more thoroughly.
Yeah, like if this is your job, then just like do it. Mostly if you're reviewing games, like that's like your opinion, man. Like I don't know how you can just like steal it like that. Like it's crazy.
You literally play the game, write what you think, and then you just put it out.
Yeah, it's not even that hard. It really isn't that hard. You just put a little effort into it. It's like, what are you doing, man? Oh, Jesus.
That happened.
Yeah. And the next thing that happened was the Smash Ultimate Direct. So yeah, all right. Overall, what did you think about this direct compared to the E3 one? Because I personally actually liked it a lot more than the E3 one, because the E3 one felt more like a whole lot of nothing. It was mostly like, hey, everyone is here, and we announced the name of the game, and then it just went through like patch notes.
Yeah,
basically.
some other things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like, well, I kind of watched this one after it came out, so like I got spoiled that King K. Rool was in the game. But other than that, when Simon Belmont appeared, I was like, "Oh, let's go, dude!"
Yeah, I got spoiled of that the day before because it got leaked. So,
but yeah, I don't know. I don't really like to compare directs anymore or like presentations, but I can definitely see your point as to why this one would be a lot better because there's a lot of new info and new characters revealed. Not just Simon, but his Echo character,
Richter.
Richter. And then some other Echoes that were announced, Chrom and Dark Samus. I actually did not expect Dark Samus, to be honest.
Yeah, me either. Dark Samus surprised me. Also, show that Echo characters don't really have to be the same exact character. Because apparently Chrom is an Echo of Roy, but he has Ike's up B. So I guess they could just do whatever they want. Like, I don't really know what makes an Echo an Echo anymore. I guess just reusing moves, I guess.
What I believe Echoes are, in Sakurai's eyes, is that they're from the same series. And then on top of that, they have an extremely similar moveset.
Okay.
So that's what I think Echoes are. Because like people are like, make this third-party character an Echo of like Yoshi or something. I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah, like Echoes that I think actually happen are like Shadow, because he's like the same character.
Sonic and Shadow, that makes sense.
Yeah, or like some other one like Proto Man or something. I don't know, like something very very similar. But if you start doing like, oh, I want like whatever as an Echo, like, that doesn't make sense. So, yeah.
But,
I think besides that,
that goddamn King K. Rool troll was like really good.
Yeah, I did not expect King K. Rool like at all, because like they're basically bringing all the memes into actual characters, like Ridley and King K. Rool, like they're both in there now. Like all these characters they're adding are just characters that also should have just been in the game already. So it's nice to see them actually get added finally.
Yeah, and then like the other stuff that was talked about, like over 800 soundtracks or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like 103 stages or something like that. Like, it's actually insane the amount of content Sakurai is putting into this game, and it's 100% going to be worth $60. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you play the game, it's definitely going to be worth the $60. But yeah.
Another thing they added was like the stage morphing and some other small things. But the thing that made me really hype was that Final Smash meter. I don't know how that's ever gonna be like used ever, but it was something I always wanted since like Brawl. Because Smash Balls, I hate trying to like get the Smash Ball. It's just annoying. So like having just like a super meter and just using it like a weaker Final Smash in like an actual game just sounds super cool to me. I don't know if it's gonna be balanced because Lucas, when it showed Lucas's Final Smash, it looked like trash. But when it showed Marth's, it just killed Lucas in like 20%. So I'm like, all right, they probably had to balance it a little more. But it does seem really cool, and like it was something I really wanted in the game for a while. So I'm glad they added it as an option.
And all like the other modes that they showed off, like Squad Strike, the tournament
all that
coming
stuff.
back. Yeah, like pretty much everything from this like direct was like pretty cool to see, in my opinion. And the training mode is like probably the best because we get to see like trajectory and everything like that, so it's actually really cool on how much stuff Sakurai is putting into this newest Smash Brothers game. So
that's what I'm saying. They should just add like wave dashing and stuff as an option at this point. Like if you want people to leave you alone forever, just add that, and then like, all right, I'm done. I don't need to make Smash anymore.
But yeah, next thing we're gonna talk about is that I'm going to just say Ben S. I can't pronounce that.
I think it's Ben Schwartz.
Sure. But he's going to be playing as Sonic in the CGI movie. And I don't know much of his work. He's playing as Leonardo in the latest Ninja Turtles cartoon show, which it didn't sound bad in that from like the pilot that I watched. But yeah, he loves Sonic. Supposedly he loves 90s characters and all that stuff. So... but yeah, I'm very interested to go and see where this movie goes now, because the cast is definitely very interesting, and exactly where the movie goes from here. Just want to go see that first trailer, then I'll see the movie pretty much.
It's just weird that it just got this dude instead of like Sonic's regular voice actor. Like who's the dude who voices Sonic right now? I don't even know anymore.
Roger Craig Smith.
Yeah, like he's been voicing him for a while now, right? Like since like Colors Generations and stuff like that.
Yeah, he took over for the other guy.
Yeah, like I don't know, like because this guy's kind of a no name, so they could have just got Sonic's actual voice actor and just make him voice it.
Like they 100% could have like went down like Sonic's old voice actors and been like, all right, just pick one of these guys and then we'll just go with it, just to like please like the nostalgia fans or whatever. But I guess they were like, let's try a new guy, see exactly on how he does well. And supposedly I believe there was like a test demo reel or something like that where like he did like the voice of Sonic, and it actually didn't sound all that bad. I wish I could go and find that video, but yeah, I'm pretty, I'm not gonna say excited, but I'm anticipating as to what he can do with this role.
That's true. I mean, it's good that they're trying new voice actors, but I know in the Ratchet and Clank movie, they just kept Ratchet and Clank's voice.
Yeah.
So like,
because like that's weird. Different. Because I think that Ratchet and Clank's voices, they haven't changed since going Commando.
Yeah, they only changed once. I think only Ratchet's changed once.
Yeah, it was only Ratchet too. So I think that makes sense to like keep those voice actors the same. But with a character like Sonic, who's been voiced by many different people, I think it makes sense to try something new.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I still don't think the movie's gonna be great. But it's good to try.
Me neither. Stuff. But I'm very optimistic about this.
All right. So this is very like exciting and like random. But Shovel Knight joins Rivals of Aether. Also in the Smash Direct, he was shown as an assist trophy, which is cool.
Yes, that was extremely cool.
So yeah, it was good to see like an indie in like Smash. Like that's awesome. But if you want to actually play as Shovel Knight, he's in Rivals of Aether, and that's really cool. His moveset's really cool. He uses all the items he could use in the game, and like all his moveset's very faithful to it. And they look like they did a great job with this. I think they did a good job with Ori as well. So that's cool that he's gonna be added to the game. I did not expect that, but yeah, that's cool.
I was at SmashCon when this was announced, and they did it live. the crowd just went insane. Like, I actually got chills like down my spine or whatever. I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was like extremely hyped to go and see him actually be playable in this game. And this is the last character that they're gonna add. So like at this point, once he comes out, there's gonna be like a meta game. You know, people are gonna figure out which characters are the best. You know, who counters who and all this stuff. So that's gonna be very interesting to see and watch, just from like a competitive standpoint. But yeah, you know, Shovel Knight is probably the most well-known indie character right now, I would say. But yeah, very, very excited to go and see how he does in Rivals, because I don't play it, I don't really watch it, but I definitely understand that this is like the best like Smash clone sort of thing, platformer fighter. I think that's what people call them.
Yeah, because I feel like every other Smash clone is very like, you know, Brawl Out kind of sucks. Brawlhalla is not even really like Smash too much. It just like is a platform fighter or whatever they call it. I think Rivals of Aether is the most faithful, like mostly to melee. So yeah, no, I do like Rivals. I'll probably play more of it once Shovel Knight comes out. But yeah, it's pretty that's pretty exciting actually.
Okay, so we're gonna tackle another heavy topic that was talked about, because Ninja explained why he doesn't play with female streamers. So pretty much pretty much he doesn't want rumors to go around of him you know, being with other females, because he is married and all this stuff, and he wants to save the harassment from his wife, which I do understand, because you know he sees what happens between Myth and Pokey, you know, that sort of thing, which I'm pretty sure there's nothing going on there in my opinion. But when it comes to him and his wife, I feel like since he's in such a position of, you know, like he's pretty much the most popular Twitch streamer ever right now, just because of his Drake stream, and because, you know, he streams on a regular basis and all this stuff. I think that Ninja should not just take, you know, like rumors and like have that you know, influence who he plays with, I feel. You know, because I feel like that since he's in such a position where it's like, you know, he could like change that, you know, like he could just play with these females and, you know, just like in a way that, God damn it, I don't know exactly how to put this, but he can change, you know, the dynamic of like how things go, I guess. Yeah, I mean, is what I'm trying to say here.
All he has to do is just don't make it weird, I guess. I don't know, like just like I don't know. It's just like I feel like it's not too hard to dispel the gossip if nothing's actually going on, and like I just feel like I don't know. It's hard to say, because like I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to just avoid the conflicts altogether, so he doesn't even have to like you know, do cleanup or anything if something bad happens or some bad rumor starts spreading. But I feel like if, you know, don't let the community force you into something. Yeah, you know, like
that's what I'm pretty much trying to say here. Like, don't let those kind of people influence what you're trying to do. Especially since, you know, like a lot of females now feel like that they can't grow as much as like the male streamers, I guess, because like they'll be able to play with Ninja and they'll gain his fan base in a way and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
You know, I agree. It just like it just again I see what he's trying to do, but it's like I don't think this is like the best solution, just not to even approach it. Like it just seems like if you're innocent, you're innocent, you know. It's like nothing is gonna happen. Like if you're like just if you're with your wife the whole time, it's like you're fine. Like dog. But you know,
whatever like, happened to just being friends with another female?
Exactly. I'm like, it's not that hard. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I think people like most of his community is a lot younger, so they're just gonna be more volatile about this stuff. But
100%. It's like Myth's chat. Like Jesus. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Every time Pokey or something shows up, it's just
like shit doesn't even have to be there. People just type in Pokey, like it doesn't matter. But
so it just makes things really awkward and just like it's annoying. So just stop it. But that's just Twitch chat, so you know.
Yeah, that's just Twitch chat as a whole. But
yeah. All right, so Disney still refuses to hire James Gunn, by the way, even after the whole. Like everyone did that whole open letter or whatever, like Chris Pratt and stuff. They're still like, nah.
I mean, this is just another thing where like politics get in the way of it. I think that's another thing that was talked about, where like some people from one of the sides left or right, I have no idea, like went after him or something like that. So like they found these tweets, and now Disney responded to said tweets.
Jesus.
In a way.
It's funny when people just get fired because of Twitter now. It's
yeah.
It's really funny. I mean, like, again, if he makes a good product, like, I know it's hard to separate. People always say separate the art from the artist, and I know James Gunn.
From the artist,
yeah. And I know that James Gunn makes good movies, and he's probably not like a horrible person.
Yeah, like today, like 2018 James Gunn, he's probably not a bad guy. But back then, he probably had some like really dark humor that he probably shouldn't have been tweeting.
But I say some really bad stuff when I'm not talking like to a lot of people. I mean, you probably shouldn't say that to Twitter anyway. Like, let's be honest. Like, if you're gonna if you want to have a professional career, you shouldn't be using Twitter.
Yeah,
like that.
Someone should have he should have hired someone to like look through his Twitter, like, hey, delete any bad stuff,
Yeah, like
what he should have done.
But like when you do stuff like this, it's probably gonna catch up to you. Mostly that a lot of companies check your social media now if you're like saying some really bad stuff. So yeah, just keep it clean, keep your Twitter clean, and like you'll be fine. Especially nowadays, like any social media, you should like really clear that stuff out before you like apply to like anything. And I think he should have known better, but I'm also like come on. It was a joke from like 4 years or like a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like at least 5 years ago.
Yeah, so just like you can't really hold him accountable for like that anymore. It's like it's obviously like he was a big help to like Guardians and like Infinity War. I'm just like it wasn't really worth firing him just because he said some bad things on Twitter. It wasn't even that bad, honestly. It was just
I guess it's because Disney still wants to lock in that deal with 20th Century Fox. So
I guess so, but it's like I don't know. I know Disney is all about the family friendliness and whatever, but I feel like it's still just being like stubborn about it. So
Disney being Disney, not surprised.
Yeah.
Iron Fist season 2, that got a trailer. I haven't watched any of the new Marvel Netflix stuff after The Punisher, so
yeah, I just heard to get like not good, right?
Yeah, supposedly Jessica Jones is mixed. I think some people said Luke Cage is good or something like that. But Iron Fist season 2, just from this trailer, it looks like it's gonna be a lot better. Like he's actually using his fist. That's for one thing.
Yeah, that's good.
It looks like he's going through some, personal turmoil or whatever, some like conflict within himself or whatever. So, and there's going to be a lot of action. So, I'm actually pretty excited for this because I'm one of those people who didn't think Iron Fist season 1 was that bad. I thought that it was alright, but, some people thought that it was just complete hot trash, which I don't agree with. But season 2, very excited to go and see exactly how this pans out as a whole.
Yeah, that's good because I still haven't watched any. I know most of them kind of just go downhill, but I'll probably still watch like
other than Daredevil.
Yeah, I still need to watch like Daredevil, but I heard the rest of them just kind of go downhill. Oh, so Jessica Jones season 1 I think is pretty good, right? People say that.
Yeah, season 1's like top notch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I should probably watch them at some point. But this is exciting. Hat in Time is coming to the Switch and with new DLC only for PC right now.
Yeah.
So the Switch version was something that's interesting, and like a lot of people were actually kind of angry because when they responded that hey, we're Hat in Time coming on Switch, the developers are pretty like aggressive towards saying no, it's not coming on Switch. Stop asking. But now they just come out and say, hey, there's a Switch version now. So people are kind of salty, like, oh, why would you just be so aggressive about it and just release it anyway? So yeah, people are happy, but they're still pretty upset about how they acted towards the Switch port. Which I kind of agree with. They were kind of like jerks about it. Just like, no Switch port. Like some dude just like, is this game coming on Switch? And just said no. Just like, yeah, on Twitter. I'm like, all right, that's a little, and they deleted all those tweets. So I'm like, all right.
Of course, but people screenshot that shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, that wasn't that, just say like, no, it's not coming on Switch at the moment or whatever. Just have decent PR. It's not that hard.
Yeah, man. But it's not hard being polite, man.
Yeah. But besides that, they also announced a new DLC with a new world and like some new side stuff. And yeah, it looks really good. I beat the game 100%, so I'm probably gonna go back and play the DLC. And another controversial thing is they never said it was coming to consoles, just said it was coming on PC. But on their Discord, one of the community managers said, we don't even know if it's gonna go on console right now because things take time or whatever. But then they had to make another statement saying, wait, this guy was wrong. It might come on consoles. We don't know. Like, they have a really hard time with the community, I guess. Like, these people need to hire a new community manager because they're really miscommunicating a lot of stuff. But yeah, right now it's going to be on PC only for the DLC, and the Switch version is coming out. And the DLC is going to be free for the first day if you download it. And I think it's coming out September something. September 13th it's coming out.
Well, I still need to play this game along with a bunch of other shit.
It's really, really, really good. I like Hat in Time a lot.
I'll try to get that in before the end of this year.
It's pretty short too. Like 100% it in like 8 hours or something. It's not that long.
Okay. Probably not gonna buy it on the Switch in my opinion, because
indie
games on the Switch are a little iffy. I would say at that.
Yeah, I think they already released what it's gonna run on. It's gonna be 720p 30 FPS, so that isn't great. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Switch port.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, so if we gotta put 2 in there. Alright, Life is Strange 2 trailers. So me and Damian only watched the reveal trailer. But there is a 20-minute gameplay trailer if you want to dive into that. But from the reveal trailer, it looks like it's about a story with 2 brothers, and they're on a journey on their own. So I think their powers are like
telekinesis,
that sort of thing. So yeah, it looks interesting.
The thing is, I don't know who has the power. I don't know if both of them have it, or the little boy has it, or the older brother has it. Like, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, like that's also another thing that they haven't yet disclosed. But I think that's very interesting, because if it's like the older brother, obviously he'll probably have more control over it. But if it's the younger brother, like, that's gonna be a very interesting dynamic there.
And I think that might be it, because I think you play as the older brother, because I only saw like 2 seconds of the gameplay thing. And I saw you walking around as the older one. So, yeah, I'm not too sure who actually has the power. But it'll be interesting if the character you're not controlling has it. That would be pretty interesting.
That would definitely be very cool. But, yeah, 27th of September is the first episode of 5. So, very excited for that.
Yeah. All right. So, Luigi's Mansion. Do you remember that remake that was coming out? It's coming out October 12th, which is, obviously a nice date for it.
Yeah. I just find it very weird that like Nintendo announces like these 3DS games and then they don't talk about it after that, and then it's like, hey, it's coming out soon. Make sure you pick it up, please.
Yeah, they kind of like don't advertise this stuff that much, the 3DS stuff anyway. And it's also like, I feel like a Luigi's Mansion remake would have been great on Switch instead of just making it on 3DS, but whatever. Because it's like, if you're gonna do the graphical jump from GameCube to 3DS, you're like downgrading yourself a bit in terms of resolution. So I don't know why they're remaking it on 3DS. Like, it just, like, I know they have the engine from Dark Moon, but still, like,
that's probably part of it. And then like they were probably developing it for a while ago, so who knows?
I don't know. It just seems very like, I already played Luigi's Mansion, I'm not gonna buy this, but if you haven't played Luigi's Mansion, this probably has a nice quality of life things from Dark Moon. So yeah, I guess pick it up if you want.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah. I finished it and I was like, all right, time to get Dark Moon, and I never bought it.
Yeah, I have Dark Moon. I played like the first like mansion and just like never played it anymore. It's fine.
There's that. And then the Dark Pictures anthology was announced. This is coming from the devs of Until Dawn, so this is very exciting. It's a standalone horror anthology set of games. The first one, Man of Medan, is coming out in 2019 for PS4, Xbox, and PC, and it is being published by Bandai Namco.
Yeah, I still never actually like played or even seen Until Dawn. Like that was just a game that flew under my radar. Like I just didn't. I still don't know anything about that game. But I know a lot of people love it, and I'm sure, this will be cool too.
But yeah, as a person who watched Until Dawn, because I was like way too scared to actually play it.
Yeah.
I've watched the whole game from Jev, Phase Jev.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a really good like experience as like a watching game, I guess. Because like it's very much of a graphic adventure game that you can watch and play as well. But yeah, and then we played like their little like PS4 sort of like party game sort of thing.
Yeah.
I forget what that was. Yeah, Supermassive.
Yeah.
I forget what that game was called.
I think I still have the app. Hold on, let me see if it's on my phone.
Supermassive Games. Let me see. God damn it.
I don't have it.
Shoot. Hidden Agenda.
Yeah,
that game. That game was really good.
That was pretty fun.
And now they're actually going back to horror and doing an anthology set of games. But yeah, this first trailer, it looks like it's gonna be set on like a boat or whatever. So things are definitely gonna happen. So very, very excited for this game to come out. I might play it if I have the balls to do so. But yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting because now it's not a PS4 exclusive. So definitely more people are going to play it.
Yeah, I probably am going to go back and like watch or play Until Dawn. And I always like just watching people play this more than actually playing them myself. But I don't know, I'll give it a look once it comes out.
Okay, so that is the end of the news segment. 30 minutes of news. Jesus. So now let's get into things we have been playing, watching, reading, whatever. So do you want to go first, Damian?
Yeah, I could go first. I was playing a lot of Dead Cells because that came out, and it's extremely good. It's basically a roguelite Metroidvania. So you just go through level to level, finding upgrades and stuff like that. Like, you know, a Metroidvania, but it's like a roguelike. So when you die, you start over again. I have played the game before in early access on PC, but I bought it again on Switch, and while the game doesn't run perfectly on dock mode, I barely played that game on dock mode anyway. I was playing in handheld mode. You barely notice anything, and it feels really good to play on handheld, so that's good. And basically the game is great. The combat's probably the highlight, where it just feels very nice to just hack and slash people and use the different traps and items and stuff on enemies. The runs are pretty quick. They aren't too long, and you could quit at any time. It doesn't really punishes you for quitting mid-run. And the game is just very satisfying. You go from level to level collecting a bunch of cells, which you can use to upgrade your dude. You could either get permanent upgrades that gain your health potion to like hold more charges and stuff so you could heal, or you could get additional items that you could find by finding blueprints from killing enemies, and you can spend your cells to unlock those items. So at first, my only complaint is when you first start the game, you don't really have a big selection of items. You only have like maybe 2 swords unlocked and like a few bows and some like 2 shields. So the game could feel very samey for a little while because you don't really have that much weapon variety. But the more and more you play, the more and more blueprints you could find and then unlock them and get more items. So it does open up to you more once you start playing it. But yeah, I think the game is super good. I think it is one of the top roguelites I played, you know, besides like Gungeon and Isaac. So yeah, give it a try. It's not too much. I think it's $25 on PC and Switch. So yeah, I would probably recommend waiting on the Switch version until November. They said they're gonna patch it up. Like they're basically like redoing the engine on Switch so it runs better. So that's cool that they're really dedicated to it. So I'll probably say wait a bit on the Switch version, but you should definitely get on PC if you're interested in that type of stuff. I've also been playing Hollow Knight. I just started too because that was also like I think it just received an update like yesterday. So I started that up, and that game is also extremely good. It's also a roguelite. So, not roguelite, I'm sorry. Metroidvania, sorry. So just think like Super Metroid or Symphony of the Night, and it's basically that, but with bugs. And there you go. I think the game is extremely good. It plays a lot more like a Dark Souls game. So like when you die, you lose all your like money. So like in Dark Souls, that would be your souls. So and the game is also extremely hard with a bunch of bosses. So if you're expecting like an easy time, it's not. The game is pretty hard. But besides that, it has the typical Metroidvania stuff. You know, you go from different areas, you get upgrades, you go through other areas you couldn't go through before with set upgrades. It's a good time. I like it a lot. I love the art style. You know, I love pixel art, but you know, it could get a little tiring, so it's nice to see like that hand-drawn like animations and stuff like that. So yeah, that game is really good. I haven't played too much. I played like 6 hours already, but I'll probably give my thoughts more when I play through it more. And besides that, I also been playing like Overwatch, I guess. Like I played a little bit of Overwatch today. I played because these summer games came out, so I played like Lucio Ball, and that's fun. I mean, Overwatch is just like, I don't know. It gets
just a casual game for you.
Yeah, like I used to like care about like competitive, but then like it's just frustrating, so I just stopped. So yeah,
Look, man, it sounds like a lot of the League community.
I know. That's like I got up to plat. I'm like, that's good enough, so I just stopped. But yeah, the game is still fun to play just like every now and then. I also been getting back into StarCraft. I like literally last night I'm like, I feel like playing StarCraft for no reason. So I've been playing that. I've been having a great time. It's nice not to have to like rely on other people. You can just like play through the game. Like like I don't know. I might get back into it. I don't know. I've been having some fun with that. But I think that's all I've been playing. I think I'm trying to think. I talked to Octopath last time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it. That's all I've been playing.
All right. So I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Okay.
So first up, games. Fortnite a little bit, not as much as lately. I think it's mainly because my brother doesn't play that much, so I don't play that much.
Right.
And also, the meta right now, I think they're
SMG,
changing
right?
it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure SMGs aren't as OP as they were before, but Fortnite's still Fortnite, so it's still growing in popularity still. League of Legends. Yesterday was a interesting day. I started the day at D4, dropped down, and then at the end of the day I was back in D4. So
hey,
I played like it was definitely more than 5 games, and I was like at the same place I was. So that's just how the grind goes, I guess.
Yeah.
Tricky Towers, been playing a lot of that with Kofi as like a 1v1 sort of thing. But because if you lose, you still get like 2 points. Like comeback potential is still like up there. So you literally have to like get first place like 4 times or something like that to like secure your win.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's still a fun game to play with even like 3-4 people. So and then when we went to SmashCon, we played some Overcooked 2 in the hotel room because I bought it on the Switch.
How was that?
And this is what I mean by indie games on the Switch. The game ran at 30 FPS. So it took big oof. It took a little bit of time for us to like get used to that. Because, when it's running at 30, it looks really choppy when you remember Overcooked in, like, glorious 60 frames. So, but yeah, even despite that, the game is still super fun. Competitive mode, obviously. That was a blast to play through, 2v2 sort of thing. Throwing ingredients at each other now is a new mechanic, and that was also really dope to use and stuff like that. And then the last game that I played was Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 1. I think there's actually only 4 episodes for this last season, which is a little weird. But this first one, oh my god, dude. Like, what they're setting up right now is, like, insane. The ending was crazy. Like, pretty much the last, like, 20 minutes of this first episode was, like it pretty much blew my mind. Because I was like, oh god, something's gonna happen. Oh, Jesus. And then it came out of nowhere. And I was just like, okay, well, episode 2 can't come any sooner. That's pretty much how I feel about it right now.
That's good to hear, because I heard the last season wasn't that good.
Yeah, because The Lost Frontier. And, like, the funny thing about that is that, alright, so the way that they start up this final season is that they, like, recap everything else. They kind of just, like, glaze over that season. Like, they don't even mention Javier or any of those characters. It was kind of just like I was trying to find AJ and I found him, and like that's pretty much it. So I guess Telltale recognized that last season wasn't exactly a fan favorite, so they try to steer clear from that. And also one thing that I found really cool was that you get to redo certain decisions that they can't find in your save file. So like since I played season 1 on my PS3, they made me redo the first season choices. Not all of them, but like the big ones, like what did Lee tell you last before he died, and they give you like 3 choices or whatever. Right. So I found that to be really cool. And then that's pretty much it. I cannot wait for episode 2 because this final season is definitely shaping up to be really good.
That's good to hear, because I heard last season was kind of mediocre. The second season was pretty good. But I feel like nothing topped the first season still, and I already saw that, so I'm like, I'll probably wait until like it finally finishes. So that's good to hear. That's good right now.
Personally, I think season 2 is like the best, but that's just me. Moving on, I've been watching My Hero Academia, season 2, episode 32. Yes, it is really good. Season 1 was like a big surprise for me because I was like, it kind of moved a little slow, if I can say that.
It moved pretty slow, But I felt like even after episode 2, I was pretty hooked around because I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Just because of like the huge premise. And like I even like went back and rewatched all of those episodes that I started with, because like it's been months since I, you know, started it. So I was like, let me like make sure I know what's going on, you know. So but yeah, I'm very excited to go and catch up with this show, because you know, everyone's talking about it pretty much. So
yes, because it's extremely good. I love it.
yes, it is. It is. And then a couple movies I've been watching since the last podcast. Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yeah, you watched that? How was that?
Yeah, it was a surprise. In terms of like how good it was.
Yeah,
I guess.
I heard it was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was definitely enjoyable, but it's not like, you know, I would definitely go back and watch it in the theaters again. Sort of good, you know, because it's definitely its audience is kids, and it's definitely evident in that with the jokes. So some of the jokes I was just like, God damn, get me out. You know.
Yeah.
So but yeah, other than that, I hope that this movie did well enough so we get another, you know, original Teen Titans season.
Yeah, I saw the ending credits on YouTube. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
So if I hope this movie did well enough, because I just want one more season of the original OG Teen Titans.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's just me. And then I watched 8th Grade. That movie is just a cringe fest 24/7. Like, that's for like when you're watching that movie, you're like, God damn it, bro. 8th Grade, like, yes, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah, there's just a lot of just moments where you're just like, oh my God, stop. But you know, that's just pretty much the reality of going through 8th grade in a way, I guess.
Very true.
So, yeah, it was definitely a enjoyable movie and probably my top 5 of this year. And then I watched Tomb Raider 2018 because my brother rented it. It was alright. Nothing spectacular to really say about it, but it was a enjoyable movie to say at that. Black Klansman. This is pretty much based on a true story about a black guy infiltrating into the KKK, but you know, he gets one of his colleagues to go in as the member, because you know, he's black, so can't really be infiltrating the KKK when he's black. So but yeah, it was like, definitely the ending was evident that they were trying to show off a message in a way, if I can put it at that without spoiling.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I mean, the movie looks good from the trailers I've seen, so I should probably see it.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty good. And you know, the audience score is 79%, because I'm pretty sure there were people that did not like that ending. So but there's that. And then the latest movie I watched, Crazy Rich Asians, because obviously I'm Asian, so I had to watch it.
You had to, yeah.
Yes, and that is a pretty good rom-com. I'm not gonna lie. The things that conflict with the couple and all that stuff is definitely resonates with me as a fellow Asian, and I understand where that was coming from. So, but yeah, that's pretty much everything that I've been watching and playing and stuff like that. So. But yeah, is there anything else you would like to add, Damian?
No, I think that's it.
All right, so that is the end of the Two Players Podcast, episode 66. We will be back 2 weeks from now, hopefully, with a new episode, and we'll see you guys then.
See ya.